We are often told the path to wealth requires climbing the corporate ladder in a major city. You work a high-stress job, earn a high salary, and spend a massive chunk of it sitting in gridlocked traffic, paying for the privilege of living near the office. This baseline expectation takes a heavy physical toll. The constant anxiety, the chronic burnout, and the cycle of scraping by on 6 hours of sleep eventually push professionals to a breaking point. When you finally try to convert that salary into an asset, you face the developer trap. Real estate companies hook professionals into pouring their life savings and ongoing maintenance fees into a few square feet of airspace. This standard urban financial playbook is inherently flawed. It actively destroys the exact quality of life it was originally designed to fund. Facing this exact cycle, one founder made a radical decision. After 7 years of running a startup in Bangalore and facing severe health issues, he dropped everything to move to a remote hill town. This geographical pivot engineered a 100 crore portfolio over 15 years, a result that contradicts the idea that leaving a financial hub stalls wealth accumulation. Now they are structuring their assets to reach a 500 crore net worth over the next decade, all without returning to a major metropolis. This strategy relies on a highly engineered 3-part wealth machine known as the asset synergy model. Every investment portfolio requires active cash flow to survive. For this model, the engine is a group of digital marketing and high-margin business consulting firms. Because they live in a rural area with low overhead, they can leverage geographic arbitrage. They service clients in high GDP markets like the US, Egypt, and Dubai, entirely bypassing the local economy. This diagram shows capital flowing from different industries: B2B tech, banking, and real estate. Diversifying the client base creates a natural hedge, merging sectors into one stabilized cash pool. This unbreakable cash floor allows the founders to take massive, high-risk swings in offline asset classes. A globally diversified cash engine strips the risk out of local investments, effectively funding the rest of the wealth ecosystem. That cash is funneled into the anchor of the portfolio, raw, undeveloped farmland. The founders deliberately reject the managed corporate farms sold by city developers. Corporate sellers often inflate land prices by 4 times the actual value. By buying empty, unglamorous plots directly from farmers, the investor captures that entire increase in value, the delta, for themselves. To optimize the price, they target emerging rural areas exactly 10 kilometers away from main highways, striking a balance between low acquisition cost and privacy. Over a few years, they transform barren dirt into a lush 30-acre estate. They use multi-cropping techniques, planting coffee bushes near the ground, while pepper vines grow up the trunks of the taller trees to maximize vertical space. Here is a chart tracking the land valuation. They spent roughly 10 crore total on the land and infrastructure. Following the pandemic, the valuation spikes toward the 30 crore mark as the infrastructure and crops are layered on. Real estate wealth comes from acquiring raw dirt and engineering the value delta yourself, bypassing the markup of finished luxury products. A massive real estate portfolio has one fatal flaw. It leaves you asset-rich but cash-poor due to total illiquidity. The stock market provides a solution. Equity and gold investments act as a catalyst, providing growth while serving as an immediate cash reservoir from massive land down payments. This liquidity bypasses traditional financing hurdles, allowing them to liquidate equity and strike quickly on adjacent land. They apply a secondary leverage tactic to luxury vehicles. Instead of buying personally, they purchase depreciating assets, like test-drive BMWs, under a corporate entity. This arbitrage relies on precise math. They claim maximum business depreciation for 5 years on a discounted test-drive car, then sell it into a constrained market for a literal paper profit. Mastering wealth requires a balance of illiquid anchors like land and highly liquid catalysts like equities, all while ruthlessly optimizing for tax efficiency. Over time, the farm transitions from a cash sink to a self-sustaining, yield-generating asset. Last year, the estate produced 40 to 50 lakh rupees from a single raw coffee output. This yield fully covers the maintenance and labor expenses for the entire property. Now they are entering the ultimate capitalization phase. They are preparing the property for hospitality conversion, aiming to generate 5 to 10 lakhs in monthly recurring revenue. True asset synergy is achieved only when every component of the portfolio eventually pays for itself and compounds independently. This wealth strategy redefines net worth, shifting focus toward reclaiming the ultimate non-renewable resources, time and daily peace. Reverse migration serves as a superior capital allocation play. It allows you to stop funding the profit margins of developers in the very cities you want to escape. Build a synergistic portfolio to reach financial independence and buy back the right to live life entirely on your own terms.